How are you?
I'm good. I didn't expect the rain today.
I
didn't expect a
know.
wet morning. I thought it was going to be sunny as usual.
No, yesterday
Giving
everyone
us
was complaining
December
about
vibes.
the
Too
sun.
much sun.
Yes.
Now
so,
the rain has come and we're already tired.
You know, when
Me-
I was young, I used to think when it rains, Jesus is always crying, God
Hey,
is crying.
that's what I told you.
Oba Katonda afuka, nga bwe
Uh-huh. Me, I
batugamba.
had the Afuka story. But there are people urinating from the skies. The angels, Simanye.
Choka, we drink the water.
Me wa tulimba growing up, man.
I know. What is happening in the country, Pam?
Well, what's happening? Let's start off with an update from Mathias Walukaga.
Yeah.
Yesterday you saw the news circulating and saw the national platform coming to respond, including Mathias Walukaga himself. And in their response, they're saying they are going to court. One of the things they are questioning is where the Electoral Commission gets the guts or the audacity to state that, these papers are invalid or not invalid. That's according to Luis Rubongoya, who is the spokesperson of the party, who's also a lawyer, and was saying the Electoral Commission told us that it's only the National Council of Higher Education that is mandated to certify papers, and once they bring certified papers to the EC's role is not to dig deep into the papers. So when did they start? Secondly, they were saying that the issue of the paper being invalid, is not accurate, because they say that when their candidate got the mature entry certificate, he enrolled, and that's the reason why he is at university right now, studying, and in his third year. Now, the EC has also come, not the EC rather, but the National Council for Higher Education has come out to respond to some of these allegations, because people are asking, National Council of Education certified this guy's papers, and they took them to the EC.
Then why is the EC saying they're invalid documents?
They're invalid documents. Now, this is a spokesperson for the National Council for Higher Education. It's called Saul Waigolo. He says the role of the National Council for Higher Education, one, is to verify papers. First, are they genuine? So we saw that Mathias Walukaga went and got his paper from a genuine institution of learning. That's Islamic University
in Uganda.
That is genuine. Check. That's what the National Council does. Secondly, the National Council does not advise you on what to do with your papers. If you came to certify your paper, even if maybe it's expired or whatever, the National Council will certify your paper, because they're looking at genuinity of the paper. So if you want to ban them after, if you want to go and do a degree after, if you want to go and
keep
them or use whatever use you want for them, that's not their role. And he was also explaining that the reason why the paper is expired, because you're saying, for us, we received his paper on 11th of June 2025 this year. And the next day was when the paper was expiring. That was the 12th of June 2025. And he was saying, therefore, Walukaga took up an expired paper to the Electoral Commission. It was not supposed to be used. The contention is not that he entered an institution of learning, enrolled into an institution of learning within the 2 years.
Okay.
That one is okay. But the thing is, the paper he took
to Electoral
Commission had expired on the 12th of June. And remember, the nominations for Electoral Commission were on 23rd of October. So he went with an expired paper. 2 years. What he should have done is the certificate that he had received. He would have, if he knew he had plans to become maybe MP, he would have enrolled for maybe a less longer course. Instead of, because right now where he stands, according to the National Council, is he has no paper. He has no paper, by the way, because this paper also expired. So the only qualification he has is senior 4. So they are saying, if he wanted to stand as an MP whose qualification is senior 6, knowing too well that this paper would expire on the 12th of June, he would have probably gone for a diploma in mature entry and then gotten the diploma within the 2 years. And that is the paper he would have presented to the Electoral Commission. But for him to present a paper that was expired is invalid.
No mutwe gunnomi.
Obitegedde.
I am trying to understand. So he was not supposed to go to, because he's at St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
He was not supposed to go to St. Lawrence to do a degree. He would have done a diploma instead, because his paper was going to expire.
Now, let us backtrack.
Yes.
He sat these exams on February 25th, 2023.
Yes.
IUIU gave him papers that he had passed with 54% on June
the pass mark was
2023. 11th, 54%.
Yes.
On June, two months later, three months later, I think, June 11th, 2023. IUIU gave him his paper with his score. You have passed. And he was told, enroll in an institution of learning within 2 years. On June, because since it's June 11th, 2023, his paper expires on June 11th, 2025. That's at 2 years. Now, on June 11th, 2025, Walukaga went to the National Council of Higher Education and certified his paper. The National Council could not ask him any question. That is, this paper is certified, is expiring tomorrow. But the National Council says the paper was supposed to expire the next day. Now, Walukaga enrolled. He could have enrolled on maybe October 2023 into St. Lawrence University, which was valid. Yeah, but where the paper is expired and invalid is he used an expired paper to go and get to go and get nomination. No, not to enroll.
Kati paper je yatwala ku National Council. Je stampinga ne bamugamba your paper is valid, however much the paper was going to expire the next day. He took the paper
to
days later to EC.
Yes.
The paper had already expired.
Okay. That is why that if he, so it means he does not have the qualifications. Because he's still studying at St. Lawrence.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how they explain it. Walukaga, for him, on the other hand, we have him speaking there. Yesterday he was saying that for him, he says that it is malice against him. And I was actually saying that the person who petitioned the Electoral Commission is a friend or somebody really personally known to Medad Segona, who is one of the candidates in the race. And he's alleging when he went to the EC over this matter, this petition, one of the lawyers of the EC called him aside and told him, Segona came here and splashed money. So there's no way you're winning. Those are his allegations.
Eno jitwalanga okusalawo kwabadde kwa byabufuzi so si kwa mateeka tugenda mu high court eberenga yegenda okutaputa ekintu kino. Electoral Commission yakoze muzannyo gwayo n'abo benvuganya nabo kubakkirizo bagaana lwe bampita lwali lwakutaano nayogera n'omu kuba lawyers ba Electoral Commission gwesigenda kwogera linnya naye nga mukwano gwange n'agamba yantwala mu kasenge n'agamba nti kkirizo bagaana omu gw'ovuganya naye gwe bayita Honorable Segona yaleese ssente wano nnyingi nnyo buli muntu yamuwadde ssente so ate ng'era eyo statement justifyinga omusango gwabwe nti eyampaabira gwe bayita Kalimiro ye manager wa Honorable Segona.
So since they are going to court, I think Walukaga should bring the lawyer eyamugamba nti Segona splashed money.
He should use it in his affidavit,
yes,
as part of his evidence.
Nti waliwo abamulwanyisa. That's why bagamba empapula ze ziri expired and because you know politics is politics. You know, si buli gwoli naye mu race. Ate remember, okay, when he says Segona, everyone would believe him because Segona, remember, kadi tebamuwa bajiwani Walukaga. So it's very possible for Segona to do what Walukaga is alleging. But also, Walukaga has to produce the lawyer. Kati awo lawyer bamusudde mbuzibu. If at all it's true, the lawyer yagamba Walukaga nti Segona splashed
those are very serious allegations. And besides, if he does not have evidence to that effect, because you're saying this guy pulled me to one room, did he record him? Like what evidence does he have? Because the EC can come out and say, we want you to produce evidence, we want to may sue you as well, lawyer yakugamba. So there are serious allegations. So we don't really know. Even yesterday you had Luis Rubongoya saying we know the people who are actually behind this, but we have not had Segona come out to give a statement on this.
And it is very believable when someone comes out and says Segona is doing so and so because balimo politics.
Exactly. True story. So let's wait and see. But I don't know, because court, when they take this case to court, court is supposed to wait for a date to give a date of hearing. In a week,
time is going.
Court is about to go into recess, Christmas break.
I know.
And that's next week. So if they petition the court today or tomorrow, the court will have to set a date for hearing. Next week is the 20th week. I don't know that will be next week or it will be in January. And by January, yeah. Anyway, Well, we also have a very sad story of an accident that has happened, and 10 lives have been claimed. 10 lives have been claimed. Earlier on, we had a statement from Michael Kasada, who is the Busoga Regional Police spokesperson, whose statement will play. And we also see that the spokesperson for Uganda Traffics has released a statement, Michael Kananura, as well. 10 people died, 3 people have sustained injuries today, this morning, 7 a.m., according to Kananura. He was saying that the accident happened in Busoa Town Council, that's along Busia Highway in Bujiri district. It involved a taxi. The taxi was moving from Busia headed towards Kampala. The taxi is UBN 817H Toyota Hiace and a trailer. Now, according to him, he says the Hiace was trying to overtake another vehicle. And then it was another vehicle approached from the opposite direction, as in it was trying to overtake a car on its lane. Another vehicle comes from the opposite direction, and the driver swerved, like he moved to the opposite direction. And then in the process, he rammed into a rammed into a parked trailer, and that is how the accident happened. If you see the images of the taxi, they are really nasty. It is the whole top of it is destroyed and damaged. Bodies are lying there, actually disturbing images of dead bodies, females and males. The number of people has not been exactly, not the number of people, the identities of those who have died has not been confirmed. But only three people are getting treatment. Michael Kasada speaks about it.
Kana kabende kabairewo saawa libaira 12 nga kaviire ku motoka isaabaza abantu taxi bweviire ku luguudo nekuba emotoka ekika kya trailer ebaire parkinze ku luguudo era nga kabaire Busowa mu town council ye Busowa mu district ye Bugiri. Abantu 10 kikakasibwa nga bafiire, abandi 3 bali mu mbeera mbi mu idwaliro eriye Bugiri. Tukajja mu maiso n'okunoonyereza ebisinga ku wano.
Very nasty pictures. Kasita wensanga nti disturbing content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't open because you can fail to eat meat someday because you see dead bodies all over. And oh God.
So the
It's
accident
very
has been
sad.
attributed to reckless road use. And this is on the part of the drivers over speeding, overtaking, and using the road recklessly.
Atono December people want to go home kati speed eba nyingi nnyo ng'oli alaba baludde mu kkubo kati wa taxi n'ayagala ayise banange let's go, I have to get other people can come back to Kampala.
But I think the onus is on road users or the occupants of some of these vehicles, that people need to unanimously rise up, because if you feel like a driver is doing reckless behaviors on the road, tell him, gang up against him, mwena mugambe, asebo, because he's driving, he has responsibilities, but each of the people he's driving is a sister to someone, a brother to someone, a mother to someone, a father. Everybody has their own responsibilities. So you're not only taking care of your life and the people who you are responsible for, but all these other 14 or 90 or 60 people in the taxis. Some of them overpark people in the taxis. So people are supposed to speak up. I think there was a time the police was giving those toll-free numbers that people can call on and give the number of the taxi. But sometimes when you enter a taxi or a bus, you don't even take the time to get
the number,
the number plates and all.
And sometimes n'abantu babeera bamugamba driver affe mugezi ayisa akola ki tutuuke mangu and ki ate when you speak up oluusi agamba gwe ovuga gwe tulanze ngenda okutwala si gwe gusoose ovuga emmotoka kwekugamba.
It's just by the grace of God.
Festive
season. But I think this festive season isn't quite fair when it comes to accidents. Compared to last year. Last year, I think by November, you'd see very many buses involved in accidents. Taxis. I think people are more careful on the road this time round.
You're going to the village, Pamela?
No, I won't go to the village.
Why?
But why do people think that every Christmas has to be in the village?
That's chetwakula tumani.
Auntie chemwakula. Mindset, you get it. People by the need to be aware of the fact that sometimes going to the village is even more expensive.
Very expensive.
Yes, it's very expensive.
You have to take care of the whole village sometimes because they know you have money from Kampala.
So it's not always that you have to go, and it doesn't mean that you don't really love the people there. But sometimes take care of yourself. Come on.
Hello.